This is Hannibal from the HannibalTV.com, and I'm with Danika, who recently had a WWE tryout. She recently had a Ring of Honor match. She attended a New Japan Pro Wrestling training camp where I met her. And in my opinion, of course, I'm going to have to say I was the best guy wrestler in that camp. But if I had to rate a second best wrestler for that camp, it would definitely be you. You really impressed me with your abilities in the ring. So, how are you doing today to start things off?
Oh, thank you. I'm doing great, actually. I had worked out earlier, so it's pretty much the end of my day.
And you're very gymnast. Like one thing that I noticed they were making us do for that New Japan camp was a lot of gymnastics stuff, and you made it all look very easy. Do you have a background in that type of thing?
No, I don't have a background in that. I always wanted to do gymnastics, so I just watched it a lot. And then when I started wrestling, I just thought that would be good, like to try and do some stuff like that. And it just worked out.
You have a high flying style, don't you? That's one of your specialties.
Yes.
Where did you derive that from? Was that just something you found you were good at and you've kept working on it, or did you always just plan on being a high flyer?
I wasn't sure what I was actually doing, but I when I started doing lucha school, that's when I was able to practice the high flying because at my school it's in a garage, so we have a roof, so we can't do stuff like that. We're a little bit limited in that area, but I started once it started, then I was just kept going and it just kept growing from there.
And you're based in Washington. You wrestle a lot for Defy, which is one of the big independent promotions around right now. How did you get into wrestling?
I started wrestling in high school. It was my senior year. And I really liked it and loved it. And I just ended up being really great at it. And then a couple years went by. I think I was 22. And I was just looking at my life and I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do for my career? And I decided it would either be school or a dream, something fun, something that I would actually really enjoy. And I looked back and I was like, what's something I enjoyed? And that was wrestling. And then I just looked up schools and then I found Buddy Wayne Academy and I just started there and grew from that point on.
So, how long have you been wrestling for now? Because I know you're still pretty young.
I've been wrestling for about 2 years and probably 10 months now.
Wow, and you've already had a WWE tryout. How did that come up? That's pretty cool.
I think it was just opportunity, and there's not really that much many girls in the Pacific Northwest area, and I think a lot of it was also the school that I go to. The name is just it's a very well-known school for that. Um, so I think I don't really exactly know, but I'm just happy that they did see me
Did,
and I got the chance.
did they reach out to you, or did you fill out an application to get noticed by them? How did it happen?
So I know one thing that I did do was if you go on the website, there's a tryout page if you want to try out. And I just filled that out. And then I got an email for extra talent. And I did the extra talent. And then that was it really. And then I just, that was in February, I think, January, February. And then a couple months later, I got an email saying that I got accepted to try out. And I was shocked because I didn't even know that I really like filled out an application for it. But I took it and went with it.
Did they watch you in the ring at all during your extra talent job?
Yeah, we did have a tryout match for the first time. I think it was the second day. And yeah, so they did get to see me in the ring. brand new. I feel like I did all the don'ts, but I did learn from that. And I made sure like the next time that they saw me, I gave them what they wanted, or at least closer to what they wanted.
Who were the agents that were looking at you when you were doing the extra job?
Regal was there. Mark Henry was there. I feel like, oh man, there was a couple names there. Some NXT guys training. I can't really remember all of their names. I'm really terrible at names.
And what was the tryout experience like down in Orlando at the Performance Center?
It was the toughest thing I've done, and we've done the, you've done the LA dojo.
Yeah, it was tougher than the LA one.
Very tough, but like this one for me was a different type of tough. But I was definitely drained and almost passed out, and like it was very intense. But I definitely loved all of it, and everyone there was so nice, and it was just a wonderful experience.
What was the difference between like the New Japan one and the WWE one? Because it seemed like they didn't give us any matches really at the New Japan. They just made us do cardio and drills. But I imagine WWE, you probably had a couple matches.
Yeah, we had a promos, which was different from that one. But we also did have one match, unless we were short. We did have two people that had to do double duty and have two matches. But yeah, we had promos, and they let us know like, you guys are gonna have a match, and they didn't tell us the time. They didn't give us like that much information about it, but that was definitely different from the New Japan seminar or training camp. But
I'm gonna guess they didn't make you wrestle for real at the WWE one.
no, they didn't make us wrestle for real. They did
You
have
did
us.
well. You did well. I think you won your match, from what I remember, didn't you? When you had
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. She was a lot tougher than most of the girls I'm used to. I mean, there's not really any girls, but when there is girls, they weren't as tough as Kate there.
Yeah. So what was the feedback that you received from that? I know sometimes they'll go for like a month without talking to you after a camp, but did you receive any feedback?
No, I received feedback while I was there as we were going through things, but nothing after that. I did do some more extra talent after the tryout. So they do know my name, I guess, and they keep seeing me. So I think my foot is just wedged in that door, and hopefully they keep wanting me to come back and get better from there.
And in the meantime, you recently had a match with Ring of Honor. I guess they were in your area and they used you. What was that experience like?
That was it was very interesting. And because usually, like, I feel like for shows, you're going to be used, or at least you have some time. And they did let me know, like, I might be used, but I mean, everyone kind of says that, so you never know. And they did let me know last second. They're like, okay, like I thought it was over. I changed, and I was like, okay, that's all right. I'm not going to be used, but you know what? This was a great experience, and I got to meet them. They saw my face, and then they pulled me aside, and they asked me if I wanted to, and I said, yeah, of course. And it was really nice seeing their type of work. It's different than the indies work. It's different from the Japan style. For me, it felt like it was a little bit more old school, as well as wrestling with Maserati. She was so sweet. I really like her, but she definitely felt old school, wrestling with her, and I loved it. I wish there was a lot more wrestlers that wrestled like that, but that was definitely a really great experience for me.
Was it televised at all, or was it a dark match type of thing?
No, it was televised. There was a dark match. There was a dark match before that, and then they had a match, and then I was on the televised one. I haven't seen the match yet though.
Okay, it's not online anywhere yet.
I think you have to have a membership with them.
Okay, I see.
And yeah.
That's too bad. Well, fans, if you want to check that out and you have a membership, if you want to put it illegally on YouTube and send it to her, she might appreciate that. Speaking of that, if people want to follow you on social media, I know you have Facebook, but where can they follow you on all your social media outlets?
They can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's all the same name, Danika Della Rouge. I think that's all the sites that I have. And Snapchat, but I don't really go on that too much.
Okay. And what's your gimmick for people that don't know you too well? I mean, you have the pink hair. You come out looking like kind of an angel with the outfit that you wear. It must be pretty expensive, actually, now that I've seen a few pictures.
Yeah, it was a bit expensive, but I mean, if you want to be a star, like you have to look like one. Um, um,
You actually look like Jennifer Lopez a little bit. Did anyone ever tell you that?
um, I have gotten Alicia Fox when I had my hair in cornrows or braids, but yeah. um,
Let's
um,
the gimmick. I distracted you. The
yeah.
gimmick.
I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm not quite sure, yeah, what my gimmick really is yet. I feel like I still have to feel it out.
I didn't get a feel watching you when I saw you in LA if you're more of a baby face or a heel. Which style do you prefer to work?
I definitely am a baby face, but I am training to be a heel as well. But definitely, I'm the baby face right now. I love it.
And what's your ethnic background?
I am Puerto Rican, Peruvian, and Native American.
Oh, wow. Did you ever wrestle in Puerto Rico yet?
No, I haven't gotten the chance to do that yet.
Okay. It's too bad the business there isn't really good anymore, but you used to be able to do all right wrestling there. But I guess you're looking to wrestle possibly in WWE, Ring of Honor. What about AEW? Have you sent any feelers to them?
No, I haven't sent anything to them quite yet. I feel like I still need to work on being better just because I've seen all the other wrestlers that have been to the tryouts and I don't feel like I'm quite at their level yet. So I think I need to work a little bit harder and maybe get a little bit more time. And then I feel like then I'll be a bit more ready.
Well, you definitely have the athletic side of it. From what I could tell, you were killing all the drills when I saw you in LA. But what was so different about WWE's tryout? Was it just more cardio or more bumping? What made WWE's tryout harder?
Um, I feel like for me, it was the pressure of knowing that it was WWE, because that is like my dream job. That's my goal. That is what I want to get to. And
Oh,
then also that, like, I know there's cameras everywhere and they're watching us, like, before we even enter the building, we're being watched. And I just wanted to do my best. At the LA dojo, I wanted to do my best too, but I feel like I had to show a bit more personality with WWE. Like I had to show them a little bit more, but of like other things.
right. And who do you look up to in the wrestling business? Who are some of your favorite female competitors?
I really before Becky Lynch became the champion, I really did like her. I looked at her work before she was with WWE, and it was just it was really great looking at that. And I really did like AJ Lee a lot. when I first started watching wrestling, I started a bit way later, and maybe like I think I started watching this type of wrestling when I was 18.
Right.
So I didn't get to really look at the other old school wrestlers. I did see China, and I love that era, but I feel like I still need to look at a lot of the wrestlers and feel who I like.
You're similar size to AJ Lee, but I think you have more ability as far as high flying for people that haven't seen you wrestle. Do you have matches on YouTube that you would recommend people to watch if they want to check you out after seeing this video?
I do only have a couple videos, or yeah, I think I have a good amount of videos. If you just type in Danica versus I know my first female match was with Priscilla Kelly. That was crazy. That was the craziest match I feel like I've had before. That one is really good, and I had one with Ali Impact. Not that's not her name anymore, but I had a
Yeah,
match with
she's
her.
in AEW now, I think, right?
Yeah. Yes. She was the second female that I had a match with. Um, and then I have my very first match I had was with Johnny Flynn at Invasion Championship Wrestling. I feel like you can really see me grow from the start to where I am now.
How do you like intergender matches? Because I remember you had some drills with a guy that was also from your area at the New Japan camp, and you seem to work really well with men. What's your opinion on intergender matches?
I definitely do like them if you do it the right way. Um, but I really do like them. I train with mostly guys, so they don't treat me any differently than the guys, aside from hitting me as hard. um, but I really do. I wish there were more, and that people could get behind it more. I feel like they are, but they're still a bit scared to, at least in smaller towns and different areas that don't really see it so much or
Yeah.
know what wrestling is, period. But I really do. I wish I could have more of those type of matches. Well, one, because there isn't a lot of females here, but two, like, because I also, it's a lot of fun with them.
And lastly, what's your workout regime like these days? You're very fit, obviously. What kind of training do you do? You're also very flexible, from what I remember. I think you can do the full splits both ways, easy.
Yeah, I definitely, so Mondays are usually my days off. I do have work Monday through Friday, 5:30 to 2. So after that, I usually,
5:30 a.m.
yeah, 5:30
Wow,
a.m.
that's
So I have to wake up at 4:30 a.m., leave at 5, and be at work at 5:30.
wow.
Yep.
What do you do?
I work security for Facebook.
Okay,
Um, yeah, I just work behind the computers. Um, can't talk about my job too much,
I
but
see. So you
but
train after that.
yeah. So I train right after that. I'll go to Evolve, and I will work on the ring. I'll have ring work. It depends because they have other things going on. They have like boxing classes. So I'll either be weightlifting or in the ring, and then switch whenever they're in the ring. I'll go weightlift. And then after that, I go tan, and then I'll walk home. I don't have a car, so I'll either walk or I bike home. Um, and then that's pretty much the end of my day.
And you keep a pretty strict diet, I imagine, too.
I try to. It's hard to, but yeah. So Tuesday through Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'll do that routine. Wednesday, I have training up in Everett with the Buddy Wayne Academy. Saturday, I train at 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. at Buddy Wayne Academy, and then I travel down back to Seattle to train at Lucha Libre Volcanico until that one's from 3 till 5:30, and then I go home and sleep and eat and do all that.
Well, you are very dedicated, and if promoters want to book you, where can they reach out to you if they want to book you? Because in my opinion, she's worth booking for sure. Very talented lady.
Thank you. They can really reach me on any of the social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even YouTube, because I look at that too. But yeah, or by email, it's my same name, Danika Della Rouge. Yeah, I'm always looking for more bookings, and I love traveling. So I'm always excited when I get bookings from other states or they want to fly me out. That's always amazing and wonderful to do.
That's awesome. Well, hopefully one of these days we'll bring you up to Canada to Great North Wrestling and we can get a good match with you on tape before you get picked up by WWE or AEW or Ring of Honor, which I'm sure is bound to happen. But do you have any last message for the fans watching this that you want to say to close this interview off?
I would just say that no matter what your dream is or whatever you like to do, I would just go ahead and just do it. You like what's the worst that can happen? Like, this is happening for me. I didn't think that this would happen for me, but it is. So I just say go ahead and do it. There's nothing to lose.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.